Hello, folks. This is part 25, and this afternoon I spent about a couple of hours, probably 2.5, so to finish the inside, and I'm happy to say I've done it. I finished the inside. There's the sawtill, and there's the chisel and mortise gauge and screwdriver rack. Don't know what else to call it, but we'll call it a chisel rack. And you can see I could easily fit my panel saws behind there. And I can also fit the tenon and the back saw, and I can fit the dovetail saw and a small crosscut saw, and that's pretty much it. That's all I can fit, and that's quite a lot, which, you know, I was so stressed prior to beginning this build and where am I going to put all these saws. And you know, well, basically, you know, I copied what Megan did, and you know, thank you in advance. It's a great idea. Now she had the saw further back. Right, so she could put, I think, 4 saws in there, I think. And I had to disagree with that, because if I made this wider, this sawtill, then I would be taking up, let's say it came out to here, right? And then I've got this, and that's out to here. How much room have I got for my planes? Not very much. Just for saws? No. So she's pushed hers back a bit, but I think, I don't know, I haven't seen the with the chisels installed, whether who she made it for will have issues with it. But I think the way I worked it out, I think definitely it's going to have, you know, I think they're going to have to pull out the chisels in order to get this saw out. So I didn't want to do that. So I put in 3 saws. There's my 2 panel saws, and the rest of the other ones. So that's fantastic. In here, all of these will be chisels, mortising chisels, Lie-Nielsen screwdrivers, then the mortising gauge, and then screwdrivers from Gramercy screwdrivers. So that's it. I'm done for that for now. I mean, I'm done with the inside. I've got room here in the back for maybe a plane. I've got room here for several planes, but they had 3 planes, so 3 major planes, which is all you need for woodworking, are those 3 planes. But I've got a lot more than 3 planes, so I'll fit them in. You know, when I start putting it all together, I'll work it all out. I know everything will fit, that's for sure. So all my trays are done. Now these trays obviously going to come to about here, right there. So it's not going to go all the way to the end. And it should not interfere with me taking out the planes. So that's going to be the front of the chest. I highly doubt it that I will have a lock in there. It's just, look, for me, you know, it is pretty much, it's expensive. So that's the bottom line. For me, at this point in time, it's expensive. Later on, you know, maybe if I start putting my prices up, then I'll be able to afford a lot more things. So for now, there's not going to be a lock, but there will be casters and obviously a lid, and there will be a chain on the lid. So thankfully all the inside is done. Now as for the finish, all I did was just put a wax finish. I could have put shellac, I could have schmicked it up, to tell you the truth. I really could have schmicked it up. You see, I've used pine there on the side where it's sort of camouflaged. You know, I could have used the Tassie oak, but I'm trying to conserve wood. I'm trying to make woodworking to be feasible, right? So it's sad in this day and age that we've come to this, but that's what it is. It is what it is. So I think that's it. I don't think there's much more I can add here. So I'm just super glad it's done. You know, I'd love to now put everything in here just to see how it all looks. But I'll refrain from doing that. All right, folks. Stick around because there's a lot more. I've got to now do the lid. All right.